chapter of the module is computer numerical control, right? It is called as CNC, right? But in the below I have written that is advanced manufacturing system. Okay, this is a advanced manufacturing system is a big part. Out of it, a small part is taken, that is computer numerical control. You can say it is a fourth chapter, okay, of the module number 5. First chapter is lathe, second one is milling, third one is robots, and fourth is the CNC, computer numerical controls. Okay, now what is can you see the screen shared now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Introduction.
Okay, right. So in all the operations that we did earlier, it may be milling or lathe operation, right? We used to feed. We are going to feed the workpiece. We are going to give the depth of cut, and we only decide what is the speed of it. Okay, operator. For example, there are 3 parameters in the manufacturing. One is feed, speed, and depth of cut. Okay, what are the 3 parameters of manufacturing process? Speed, feed, and depth of cut, right? These 3 parameters are used to be controlled by the operator. Okay, but here sometimes what happens, operator cannot have same intensity of operating throughout the day, right? If I ask you to say go to the college for 10 times in a day, okay, will you do that? No, because there comes a factor called as fatigue, right? See, if I ask you to go to your terrace for 20 times in 1 hour, right, it creates lot of fatigue in the operator. And first time you will be concentrating for any task that is given to the human, right? Initially you will be having lot of concentration, lot of attention towards the work, but over a period of time repetitive work causes a fatigue in the operator, right? So that gives lot of mismanufacturing products. It may be, there may be a rejection, it gives lot of rejections for the operator, right? So the company that is operate the more the number of people with less concentration towards the work will lead to a lot of loss and scrap in the manufacturing process. Again, it is very much non-productive firm, right? So every manufacturing process needs every manufacturing industry needs a huge amount of flexibility. The manufacturing industry always requires flexibility and productivity, right? Productivity should be there in the manufacturing process, and there should be a lot of flexibility. If there is sudden change in the demand of the design, okay, the manufacturing process must be in a position to accept that. For example, this is the product I want, but there is a hole at the center. Then 8 mm drill I want to make at the center. Okay, I'll do that. But suddenly market says, okay, 8 mm is not feasible into the product where they want. Okay, then what they give change in the design. Okay, I want 12 mm diameter at the center. Okay, suddenly you have to make all your manufacturing changes so that, okay, you have to the manufacturing process should be flexible enough. Suddenly there is a change in the diameter of the drill and you have to fix it here. Okay, like that there will be lot of challenges every manufacturing industry faces. Okay, for that reason, okay, there is a room for improvement that is going to be taken care by these computer numerical controls. There is a huge amount of demand for sudden change. See, if any manufacturing industry has lot of flexibility and lot of productivity, that manufacturing industry has lot of advantage and edge in the market. To overcome all this, to ensure all this, okay, there is one a tool or the technique that can be incorporated is the computer numerical control. Okay, so in manual process, okay, manual operations, what generally does is the operator only decides what is the feed depth and speed of the manufacturing process. But in computer numerical control, everything is same. Remember, the manufacturing process that you have studied, it may be milling or lathe. Okay, everything, even in the CNC, you are going to do the same operation, right? There will not be any change in the operations, but these operations are controlled by this part. That is, the table has to move. No, for example, if the tool is rotating here, okay, if the tool is rotating, if you consider vertical milling machine, tool is rotating, right? You have to bring the workpiece towards the tool, right? Then what you have to do? Let us say it is at this point, okay, somewhere outside. So it has to move horizontally, then it has to move vertically. These movements are also executed by the operator. Okay, when the operator keep on doing this for multiple number of times, okay, he may end up with having he is going to give wrong products for longer period of time as much as he works. Okay, to overcome that, okay, this CNC, computer numerical control, or CNC manufacturing ensures, okay, the main functions of manufacturing process, feed depth and speed are going to be controlled by motors, right? Here man will not move the levers. Okay, I have shown, no, you have to rotate the table levers, right? I have given the video of that. If he rotates, then only the table moves, right? So now the operator doesn't have to do all this, right? So what they are going to do is, all these movements are going to be controlled by the motors, right? Motors are going to be there. It may be stepper motor, it may be DC motor, it may be AC motor, or it may be the servo motors. Any motor can be incorporated so that these movements of the manufacturing process are going to be executed. That is the overall picture of CNC. Are you getting this? These basics?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? We'll go to the next slide. This is very basic. You are going to do the same operations of lathe and milling, but the feed, speed and depth of that are going to be controlled by the motors. That is only the fundamental of this CNC. Okay. Then what is CNC machine? Right? So what is CNC machine? Here it is given. CNC means computer numerical control, but the computer numerical control is split into two parts. One is computer and second one is numerical control. Carefully listen this part, because we have not covered this numerical control. Okay, because it is out of focus as far as VTU 18 scheme as concerned. Okay, in the 17 scheme it used to be there, but here in the 18 scheme, what you are studying right now, this numerical control part is removed. Okay, that is why I want to rebrush what is numerical control. Okay, right? You are going to perform, say for example, CCP labs you generally do, no, computer programming labs. Okay, there will be set of sequence, right? He is going to first you are going to write, maybe I'm not exactly teaching what your faculty will be teaching in computer science. I want to brief it. First is you are going to give the variables at the start of the program. At the middle you are going to give the body or the logic part of the program. At the end you are going to give the end of the program, right? This is the main body of the computers or the programming part, right? How these programs are coded or are going to be coded? Okay, the programming part, it may be in CNC. We'll come back to this mechanical part, that is CNC. Here the programmings are executed on the basis of numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, 9 numbers are there, and there are some letters. Okay, A B C D up to Z. Okay, numbers will be there, letters will be there, and some symbols will be there. Okay, so keeping all these numbers, letters and symbols, okay, we have generated the separate programmings, okay, that we call as G programming and M programming, that is little out of focus. Means we have a set of sequence of letters, numbers and symbols. In combination with letters, symbols and numbers, we are going to frame the what you call sequence of the inputs, right? That much you remember. That part is called as numerical control. What is numerical control? NC. Numerical control means you are going to program the manufacturing sequence by the help of numbers, letters and symbols, and their combination will end up with having computer controls, numerical controls. But if this numerical control is controlled by or governed by the computer, then it is called as computer numerical control. Is it clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
It is
sir.
very simple. You will be having some numbers, you will be having some letters, and you will be having some symbols. And combination of this number, letter, and symbols will, if you operate without computer, that is called as numerical control. But if you operate all this programming part, see, programming is done, okay, in computer, right? If you do the programming part through the computer, then it is called as computer numerical control. Okay, this is CNC machine or machining part. Okay, next is CNC coordinate systems. Okay, it is a big task again, but we have kept it very, I have made it very simple. Okay, this is the typical, can you follow the cursor here? See, I'm just rotating on this diagram. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you see this, this is vertical milling machine. Remember, this is vertical milling machine. Always remember, Z-axis is always for the tool rotation. Remember this, right? Always Z-axis is kept for the tool rotation, right? Always Z-axis is for tool rotation. And the table movements, right? If I rebrush the concept that we covered in the milling, there will be 3 axes, X, Y, and Z. Okay, all they are perpendicular to each other, right? So all they are perpendicular to each other, right? So this is, say, this is X, and perpendicular to your view it is Y, and this is the Z axis, right? This is the Z axis. Always Z axis is meant for the tool. Okay, this is meant for the tool, and X and Y is for the movement of the table. I have shown the diagram, right? So table has to be moved, right? Table has to be moved, means workpiece has to be brought nearest to the rotation of the tool, right? So this is how the 3 coordinate systems are there. But what is the degrees of freedom, right? There will be 6 degrees of freedom. Always somebody has to remember this. There are 6 degrees of freedom in the space, right? X-axis, Y-axis and Z-axis. These are the 3 axes. And rotation about X-axis. This is how it rotates, right? Keeping this as an axis, if you take any spindle, okay, this rotates like this. This is called as, this is rotation about X-axis. Now this is rotation about Y-axis, right? You can see from this view, right? This rotates in the Y direction. And this is rotating about the Z-axis. So 3 are linear. X is X, Y and Z are 3 linear motions, and rotation about X, Y and Z, 3 rotary motions. So put together you will be having 6 axes. Are you getting this? You will be having 6 axes. One is 3 linears and 3 rotary motions, not 6 axes. 6 motions you will get. But in CNC we call them as axis only, right? In CNC programming we call them as axis itself, right? 3 linear motions, 3 rotary motions. So put together you will be having 6 motions, but we don't call them as motions, we call them as axis, right? Here you can see those movements, right? If you see this diagram, okay, right? So Y is vertical, right? Because it is vertical milling machine, so Z is vertical and X is horizontal and Y is perpendicular, right? Y is perpendicular. So there are 3 axes, and if you see this simple diagram, okay, for this workpiece Z, okay, Z is going to be the vertical, right? And this is going to be X is going to be horizontal, Y is going to be the perpendicular axis. But here there are rotary motions, you can see, right? Here there are rotary motions. This is it is a rotation about Z axis, this is rotation about Y axis, and this is rotation about the X axis, right? These are the CNC coordinate systems, right? In industries, right, you will be having maybe till now the advancement is the CNC have come to 5 axis, right? Here at the end I have given, depending upon the machining type, there are commonly 2 to 5 axis, okay? 5 degrees of freedom, which is absolutely a miracle in the manufacturing process, right? 5 degrees of motion is very big task, right? But here by ensuring, if you can have what you call 5 degrees of motion, okay, it gives lot of flexibility. I can tell you by your own wrist, okay, if I hold like this, I can rotate like this, right? About this axis, I can rotate vertically as well, right? I can rotate Y axis, even I can rotate in this X axis. So I can rotate my wrist, okay, in all the 3 degrees of motion. That is why I can move my hand so easily, right? I can move my hand wrist so easily. That is why it is more efficient wrist, okay? So to make this in production, it is very difficult, but people have come up to 5 degrees of motion can be achieved. I'll show the video, but here this wrist, you can think as how efficient it is going to be, right? To hold it, right? So this is about CNC coordinate system, right? Means how you are going to coordinate the tool and workpiece is by, right, how much? By coordinating with the 5 degrees of motion, okay? And this is very much important for examination point of view, right? You better you write down this question. This is going to be the fixed question as far as examination is concerned. That is, explain the components of CNC. This is going to be there for sure, right? Every examination question paper will have this question. Explain the components of CNC, right? This is very important. These are the components. Let us see that, okay? Are you clear up to this point? Are you clear up
Yes,
to
sir.
this point? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Any difficulty are you facing in the understanding? Otherwise, we can proceed. Can we?
Sir, can you explain once from the feedback device?
Which one? Question is not clear.
Feedback
Somebody
device after that, like
which one?
feedback device.
Which device?
The like where the position feedback and velocity feedback is there. Then,
CNC coordinate systems.
CNC coordinate system.
yeah.
Okay, it is very simple, right? So this is all about it is very simple. I made it more elaborated. That is why it is little more information is needed. Okay, right? See, there is workpiece. Okay, this is my workpiece. You have to go say x-axis. You have to come y-axis. Okay, if it is say little above, right? You have to go z direction. Again, you have to move x-axis. Right? This gives lot of axis you have to do, right? To bring into the tool and workpiece coordination. Correct. So instead of that, if you give the flexibility, okay, right, what you can do, you can come directly here. Okay, you can come. See, it is not coming x or y or z. It is coming intermittently, right? It is not neither it is covering x, y or
X,
z.
Y, and Z. Yeah.
Coming diagonally, and it is coming very efficiently into the workpiece. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is how it is simple, right? In the earlier lathe or tool, you have to move along the x only, you have to move along the y, and you have to move along the z only. You don't have intermediate way to reach the tool or workpiece, right? But this makes it very easy to go into the towards the workpiece. That is what the motto of this CNC coordinate systems. Got it, right?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So this is very important for examination perspective. This is components of CNC, right? What makes this CNC so useful? Right? You will be having a set of input devices. What are the input devices? It may be the floppy, it may be CD, it may be the what do you call USB device. Anything which can give you the which can store the program, right? You have to store the program, you have to make the program first. Okay, that program has to be stored into either it may be floppy disk, or it may be CD, or it may be even cloud. Nowadays, because of advancement in the technology, even the programs are stored in the cloud, right? You may not be knowing that. Okay, but still, okay, that can be made sure. Okay, right? So this part, so these are the input devices, right? It may be the pen drive, it may be a USB device, it is more technical, right? Pen drives, it may be floppy drives, or it may be CD, right? Through which you are going to give the inputs, to where you are going to give all these inputs. See, for example, all these x movements, y movement, z movements, speed and depth of cut, okay, used to be the input. But where you used to give the input in the lathe machine, you are going to give into the machine tool, right? This is milling, for example, right? Here, I used to give all this feedback to the milling machine. But here I don't give the input to the milling machine directly. Here what I do here is, I will give all this input or the programs. We call them as part programs, right? We are going to give all these programs into machine control unit. This is nothing but the microprocessor. Are you getting this? Computer means you don't think it is a computer, right? Computer, the word comes because it can compute, or it can which will have the basis of all this. That is nothing but what we can say, the computers, that is the microprocessors. It will be having lot of microprocessors.
आपके द्वारा डायल किया गया नंबर अभी व्यस्त है।
Mute yourself first. Who is that?
डिसीजन नहीं लेता है।
ಈಗ
ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ
ಎಂತ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ ಇವಾಗ
और महाभारत गवाह
ನೋಡಿ
Noise.
ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಂಟೋಯ್ತು ಅದೇ 2 ನಿಮಿಷ
ರೀಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
Don't make noise, mute yourself.
वैट से करेंगे सब फर्स्ट टाइम.
Shu, what bank teacher?
Guru Shantaya, who is that? Mute yourself.
%20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? Mind blowing. I have to say that.
Abhishek Sharma. Right? See, in computer numerical controls, the first part is input device. Right? Input devices are the one which give first you have to feed all these programs into those input device. This input devices is connected to machine control units. Machine control units are nothing but microprocessor. What it does is the programs that are written in the input device are going to be decoded. Okay, first remember these functions. First, it will decode the inputs given by the input device, and it is going to again encode. Right, first is decoding, next it is going to encode the understandable knowledge of the machine tools. Right, machine tool understanding knowledge means, right, machine tools cannot understand the programming part. It can only understand or it can only execute the movements. Right, so these movements are executed by the motors. So what this machine control unit does is it is going to receive the data from the input, it is going to decode, and then it is going to encode into the driving system. Right, you can see this line. Right, it is going to give the motion data. It is going to give the motion data means you have to move the speed along x, y, and z. Right, I have told those are the 3 motions you will get. So 3 motion data will be given to the driving systems. What are the driving systems? Are nothing but motors. It may be AC, it may be DC motor, it may be stepper motor, it may be any other motor, even servo motors. Right, all these motors are going to be into the CNC machines. Right, so motion data is encoded into the driving systems. Right, that is one function. Then also it gives the miscellaneous functions. What are the miscellaneous functions? Okay, what is the speed? What is the speed of the rotation required? Whether the maybe the first drilling may be of 8 mm. Suddenly the program says you have to go to the diameter 20 mm. Right, then you have to change the tool. Right, change tool is a one more decoding function. So it has to again encode the program to the tool change. Okay, that is called as automatic tool change. That is a huge advantage of having CNC. Automatic tool change, ATC, is the biggest advantage of this CNC. Suddenly there will be change in the tool. Okay, you don't see generally in lathe what you have to do. If you want to drill say first 8 mm, again in the same place you have to drill say 20 mm hole. Okay, first you have to fix the 8 mm tool into the tool post. You have to bring it and you have to drill it. again you have to bring back, change the tool, again you have to bring into the lathe operation. This gives lot of idle time. Idle means the waste of time in the in the conventional manufacturing process. But this what we call CNC, there is one important part that is called as ATC, that is automatic tool change, right? So we using that as a perspective, what this machine control unit does is, it is going to give some miscellaneous two data it gives. One is motion data, how that tool and workpiece has to be moved. Okay, the second data is miscellaneous data. What is miscellaneous data? What is the speed? Whether whether programming is saying that switch on the say for example, in the programming there can be a existence of a coolant, right? Coolant may be switched on, right? If the programming says okay, there is a need of coolant, okay, so it gives miscellaneous function, okay, saying that you have to switch on the coolant. Suddenly it says turn off, so it will turn off. So all these data will be encoded into the what you call machine understandable knowledge. Okay, right? What is the function of this MCU? MCU means machine control units. Okay, it is having two parts. One is data processing unit, the second one is control loop unit, that we shall come back again. Okay, and again it will be having display unit. Three parts it is going to have. But if you consider machine control unit, it will receive the data from input device, okay, and it gives the output to the driving systems or the motors, and also it will give the miscellaneous functions to the machine tool. This is what the function of the machine control unit. Okay, next there is one important part that is called as feedback device. There is very important part that is called as feedback device. See, CNC has got its existence in the industry only because of there is a feedback system, right? You never know. For example, until and unless, for example, if you take the lathe operation, okay, until and unless you drill 8 mm hole, right? You never know it is drilled in the correct position or not. Okay, right? Because you don't have a right, but here in the CNC operation you can have that feedback system. It has to move exactly the same distance, it has to travel, whether it is traveling in the same direction, okay, then it has to move the other direction. Well, every second, every motion of the tool and workpiece is going to be given feedback into the machine control unit. Okay, every motion, every stage of the program is going to have a feedback. Okay, this feedback ensures there is no deviation in the programming, right? Whatever they have programmed, same has to be executed. If there is any deviation, this feedback device will give the input to the machine control unit, says that okay, there is a deviation. Then what this machine control unit does is, whatever the deviation, it may be plus or minus, that is going to be again reanalyzed or calibrated even to the fresh miscellaneous system will be given to the driving systems, will be, or else will be given to the machine tool, right? So this is the main advantage of having this CNC, right? You are going to produce the product, okay, with no scrap or no, what you can say, deviated product. Whatever you decide in the input before the production will be achieved, okay, with no deviation in the manufacturing, is having a link of feedback system. How this feedback system is executed? There will be transducers, okay, What are transducers? Are nothing but the sensors. Okay, sensors and linear transducers will be there. Okay, LVDT, linear variable differential transducers. Okay, those transducers are going to be used. Okay, which gives the feedback. Okay, according to the feedback, they are going to consider the product. See, means machine control unit make sure if there is any deviation that can be recalibrated into the encoding into driving system, or it may be the machine too. These are the components of CNC. Are you clear about this components of CNC? Yes. Have you understood these components of CNC?
Yes, sir.
Right? It is as simple as that. Yes. Yes. Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll go to the next part. I'll show some photographs, because here, what is input device? These are the devices which are used in input, which are used to input the part program in the CNC machine. Okay, this is very simple. There are different input devices used, and these are punch tapes. You may not be knowing what is punch tape. That is why I have given this diagram. Okay, you can see this this diagram, right? Here this is a punch tape, right? And this is the holes, right? Here you are having one hole. There is one more hole. Intermittently there are no holes. Again there is one more hole, one more hole. At the end there is one more hole, right? So means I have told, no, the programming is done with the help of numbers, symbols, and the letters, right? On the right hand diagram, some examples are given, right? If you want to make sure you want to have 0, then you see what is punch tape. Punch tape will have 8 slots, right? It is just a reel. It is just a paper reel. Okay, on that paper reel, okay, it will be having, say, 8 slots, right? It will be having 8 slots where you have to punch it. Simple punching you will do, no, in your filing process. In your filing, same punching will be done, right? So you see some examples I have given. If you want to make sure you want to have 0, then you have to punch in the 6th slot. Okay. See, if you want to sure you want to input 1, then you have to punch in the, say, 1 and any number of rows, right? So this is how the punch tape works. Are you getting this? Because punch tapes I cannot show you, because these are all absolute. I cannot show this. Nowhere they are going to be used anymore. But still, when the CNC started initially, they were using these punch tapes. Punch tapes are nothing but, okay, these are the sequence of the operations to be performed. Okay, and they are going to be punched on the paper reel. Okay, each row will have 8 slots. You will be having 8 columns. Okay, one simple example I have given. For example, if you want to have the letter A, okay, then you have to punch in the slot 7, and you have to punch on the slot 6, and you have to punch on the slot 1. If you punch like this, it will read as A. Like that, they have programmed it. Got this, right? This is one input device. What is that? Punch tape reader is the one input device. Magnetic tape reader is an advanced version of punch tape reader. Okay, next is, as I have told, floppy drive will be there. Floppy is also very old fashioned now. Okay, USB, your pen drive will be there, no? Even pen drives can be used as a input device for the manufacturing process, right? Next is machine control unit. This is heart of this control unit, right? So it will have it performs all the controlling action of CNC machine, and the various functions performed by machine control units are, first I have told, it is going to read the instructions given in terms of the input device, then it is going to decode the coded instructions in the input, next it is going to implements the interpolations. Maybe I told you, you have to move X direction, Y direction, Z direction. Sometimes you are being asked to rotate, move in the circular direction. Some you are asked to go helical, means in between, right? Neither X, neither Y, neither Z. It is a intermediate angle, right? All these axes are going to be commanded by this machine control units. Even it gives the feeds, right? It gives what is the rotation you have to give for the motion, right? It also gives, see, it is not only, it will not only give the input, it will also receive the feedback from the real manufacturing end. Okay, right? And also it implements the auxiliary controls such as spindle on, spindle off, sometimes coolant on, coolant on. It may also be tool change. Suddenly I told you, if you want to drill 8 mm, suddenly there is a change in program saying that okay, switch to 20 mm drill. So this switching can also be controlled by machine control unit. Are you getting this machine control unit? Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Then the next one. This is machine tool. Machine tool means lathe or milling machine. Remember, right? What is machine tool? There are what is machine tool means, you remember, lathe machine, milling machine. It may be the drilling machine. Any machine you consider, that is called as machine tool. Okay, right? Next is driving system, right? So this machine tool will have we will have to move along X, Y, and Z direction. But how they move? They are going to be moved by these driving systems, right? Right? What it consists of? It consists of an amplifier. Okay, it will have driving motors and ball screw. I have shown this ball screw. What is the need of ball screw? Right? There are normal screws I have seen, no? Normal thread screws I have seen. But between the threads, if you put the ball, it becomes frictionless and it will become more precise in the movement. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Ball screws, you can see this. This diagram, you can see it very simple. Right? Ball screws are the very much components of driving system, right? See, this is one thread and this is one more thread. This is one more thread. Between all these threads, there is one ball, right? There are sequence of balls. What is the need of balls? These balls ensures the precise movement of the tool. In this, it will make sure there is a precise movement of the tools, right? So this is the part of driving system, right? Is it clear? You can move the tool or the workpiece very much precisely with no deviation in the movement or the position. You can move into the desired position with no deviation. That is the main advantage of this driving system, which is unlike in the normal manufacturing process. Okay, next is feedback system. This is very essential, right? It consists of a transducer that will act as a sensor. How this feedback system is given? There are set of transducers which measures the position. Okay, if it is deviated, it gives the input to the machine control units. They are saying that there is a deviation. Okay, again machine control units gives the feedback to the machine tool or the driving system. Okay, calibrate yourself and come back to the correct position, right? This can be managed with lot of efficiency by using the feedback system. Okay, the last one is very simple, that is display unit. What is display unit? Where you can it is just a display whether the manufacturing process happening correct or not in the real time. It doesn't have any other display to show, right? It will have the programs that are there in the list. Okay, what are the commands in the list, and it will show the useful data. What is the speed right now? What is the feed right now? Everything can be seen by the operator, but operator will not regulate it, or the operator just sees is there any deviation or not, that much. He will not actually come into the manufacturing process. He will be outside the machine. He just watches the display rate. That is a difference here, right? This is all about the components of CNC. Okay, and here it is 1 o'clock. I think we shall stop, because otherwise a lot of information is there. We shall cover in the next class. Okay, but I want to show the videos of this. Okay, because I want to show some videos of CNC. Right, we'll stop the theory part up to the end of this components of CNC. I want your feedback. Have you understood the components of CNC?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. No others are replying. Are they rare? Are they
sir.
rare?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We shall see some of the videos. Okay, we stop this. We shall see how actually it looks like in the real time in the CNC operation. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It looks very simple.
Yes, sir.
But it is very useful for anybody if they see the video. It is very see, you can see this. This is just the animation. Can you hear the sound?
No, sir. No, sir.
You can't.
No, sir.
Okay, I'll explain. There is a still problem persistent, but still I'll explain this. Okay.
Sir,
See
no,
the
sir.
video?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, this is, you mute yourself. Okay, this is the workpiece, right? This is the workpiece, and this is not the tool. Remember, this is the sequence of tools, right? Here you will not be having one tool. Say maybe at the maximum, you can say maybe 300, 180 to 250 tools are going to be there in the order. Such a big tool sequence will be there. It is not only one. Okay, you'll be having in lathe, how many tools will be there? One tool, one workpiece, maybe two workpiece, but tool is going to be one. But unlike here in the CNC, what we'll have here is we'll be having multiple tools of different diameters. Okay, different flutes, everything will come. That is where, and even the change in the tools will be so fast. Okay, you hardly would feel there is a change in tool is happening, right? Which is very much time consuming in the previous versions, means conventional manufacturing process. You can see this, right? One tool has come out of this, and this is performing a one operation, right? It has performed one operation at the end of the walls, right? You can see this, and it will go back to the same position. Have you seen this? It started with the same position, and this tool has gone back to the same position, right? So there will not be any idle time. This tool has gone back, and this tool holder will come here and will change the one more tool, which is very efficient. Okay. You can see this is very nice video. What are going to be there here? right? This is just a just exploded view. If you open completely CNC, what you get? If you once you come out, if you see this, these are the tool holders. Remember this. How many are here? Say around 25 holders are there, and this is one side of it, and there is one more holder. So it becomes 25 into 2. You will be having 50 different tools can be used. Okay, with no change in the time. Suddenly there will be change in the tool. That is what we call them as ATC, automatic tool changer. That we call them as ATCs. Okay. If you extrude all this is actually the spindle. This is where the real tool will go and fix it here. Okay, right? This is a table, right? If this is called as table. And do you know what are these? These are nothing but the transducers, right? These are called as transducers. What are these transducers? Why the transducers are needed? To give the feedback whether the motion is correct or not. Got it? Right? Deepak, mute yourself. Deepak. Okay. Right. I was explaining what are these. These are the transducers. What is the need of transducers? These
They'll
are
give
going to give
feedback.
the feedback whether the movement of the workpiece or the tool is into the tag. What is designed or what is given in the program, right? Right. That is where this is where that is what I wanted to show, the exploded view of the CNC. Right, you will come to know where this is going to be placed. I just replay this. You will come to know. You will come to know where those are going to be placed actually. If you observe, these transducers are placed on the table. Okay, X transducer C. Right, there is one more component. There is one more transducer placed. Okay, it moves horizontally, and this is for vertical movements. Whether this part moves up or not. That is how you come to know. Got it? So transducers are there to give the feedback whether it is moving exactly into X, whatever say, exactly X direction, Y direction or Z direction. So this gives the proper information about the positioning. That is about the feedback about the positionings, right? Transducers. And this is how you'll get to see, right? I told you can move the tool wherever you and however you want. Okay, like that it gives lot of flexibility. See how you can see, you can move like, right? You can move the tool however you want. It gives all degrees of motion. 5 degrees of motions are given, right? Which is very efficient. It is like you are taking the tool however you want. It is like sculpting, no? See, it moves whatever the direction it requires. See how it easily moves. Everything is programmed. See the tool how it moves. It can move in its own direction. You don't have to wait for the change of tool. You don't wait for the change in direction. Everything is going to be done on its own. See how the difficult products are there. It is very difficult if you do in conventional manufacturing process. See, all direction it can be rotated. It moves full 180 degrees. It moves vertical axis. Every axis can be rotated.